as the UK illegal migrant boat crossings hits an all-time high of more than 2,000 people in 7 days, with no deterrent, no border force, and with the councils offering more perks, we ask the question, when will it ever end? Hi there, and thank you to everybody for joining me in another video. Bucket of channel just gone viral. If you're new here, we like to cover crime and news, give analysis, and also bring you information that sometimes the mainstream media won't always tell you. So please like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. The UK is once again at a critical point and junction in the ongoing Channel migrant crisis crossing, as a staggering number of illegal crossings in the past week has pushed public frustration to all new heights. Reports indicate a record influx of individuals arriving on British shores, placing immense pressure on already strained resources and highlighting significant policy shortcomings. The record crossings come just days after another high-level meeting between Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, where the irretractable issue of illegal immigration was high on the agenda. But despite a substantial financial commitment from the UK, which has racked up over 500 million donated to France, as part of a bilateral agreement to curb the crossings, the British public appears to have lost hope in a swift resolution, and a major point of contention remains the delayed implementation of crucial legislation in France that would allow French police to seize boats in their waters, a key component of the Crossing Channel Agreement. Nearly a year after the agreement was struck, and with the substantial sum transferred, the proposed laws have still not been passed through the French Parliament, and this legislation leaves a significant loophole, allowing the people smuggling gangs to continue operating with relative impunity on the French coast, undermining the very purpose of the financial aid. But as an extra added slap in the face and added fuel to the fire, local councils are reportedly offering various perks to newly arrived migrants. This now also includes paying for a free TV licence. Although I'm a bit discombobulated and confused as why councils would do this, as most of these people don't speak English. And yet another classic example by the UK government of throwing taxpayers' money down the toilet. And those over 500,000 last year that refused to pay a TV licence and support the evil vile BBC, at least the safe being knowing you'll still be supporting them through your taxpayers' money for these people's TV licences. Another classic example in the UK of how your business is left to fail and fend for itself, while the BBC get propped up yet again with your taxpayer money. While councils argue these measures are essential for welfare and integration, critics are describing them as a front for taxpayers' money, particularly in a climate of increasing living costs and cuts to public services for existing residents. This revelation has sparked considerable outrage across communities already struggling with the financial burden of the crisis.
So we have decided to leave the country. We're going to move to Thailand. First reason is the school system. Schools are terrible. Kids hate the schools. Nothing's changed since the 1800s. They're just preparing our children for a future that's not going to be there. Second reason is work. I don't like my job, really. My partner doesn't like her job. We're sick and tired of getting up on a Monday, going through the same routine, and then it's the weekend, and then it's a Monday again for nothing. We pay so much tax and all these bills that are just going up and up and up. The weather is terrible. England is just a miserable place. The streets are unsafe. We're just tired. So we've got Instagram going, we've got YouTube going, we've got TikTok going. We're going to try and raise as much money as we can before we go.
5 months ago, we made a life-changing decision, and we knew where our paths were going to be in the UK. We both had our jobs, we both had our house, we lived in our house for 10 years, we grew our family, we've got 3 children, and we knew exactly where we were going to be in 5 years' time. We would have got another house, the girls would have gone up into the school system, gone to secondary school, achieved in whatever clubs they were in. And we decided that we were going to make a difference and a change, and we sold our family a home of 10 years to come and travel with the girls. This is a shot in the dark. We felt so strongly about it after 2020 and bringing Bella in the world and how close we became as a family that we decided to put the cogs in motion. We have been doing this, like I said, for 5 months now, and pulling the girls out of school quitting our day-to-day jobs and doing what we are doing now was really overwhelming, and it did feel like a risk, but I feel like I'm alive.
You know that in 2024, over 400,000 people left the UK. A record-breaking number that's left experts stunned. That's the size of a major city packing up and disappearing in just 1 year. But here's the real question. What's driving so many people to give up everything and leave? Is it the crippling cost of living? The soaring energy bills? Or maybe the endless political chaos? The UK, once considered a land of opportunity, seems to be losing its charm, and fast. Families, professionals, and even young graduates are fleeing for a chance at something better abroad. But what exactly are they running from? And more importantly, what are they running to? Could it be the promise of higher salaries, better healthcare, or simply a life where they're not constantly stressed about making ends meet?
Why are the Brits leaving the UK? As we have seen, a lot of people from countries like India, Pakistan, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe are moving to UK. And also there is a huge influx of people lately due to illegal immigration. On the other hand, many natives are moving out. About 479,000 people emigrated from the UK in the year ending June 2024. But why are they leaving the UK? First, the cost of living is brutal. In London, homes average over £400,000, pricing out young people who can't buy in. Then there's the dreary weather and lifestyle. Many chase sun in Spain or France. Brexit's also left some feeling cut off from Europe. Jobs lure professionals to Australia or the US. Plus, illegal immigration, like 30,000 small boat arrivals in 2024, strains housing and services, pushing some out. High taxes and rising crime seal the deal. From Dubai to Dublin, Brits are seeking better vibes.
I've often said that living in Spain in comparison to living in the UK is a dream. Many a time I wake up and I think to myself, I can't believe I did 33 years back in the UK. But now that I'm here, I offer assistance and help relocating Brits from the UK to Spain.
One Dover resident, Sarah Jenkins, took to X to express her sentimental feelings, echoed by many. She said it's definitely a slap in the face. We are told our money is going to stop these crossings, yet they're still happening in record numbers, and now we hear about councils paying for TV licences. Where is the accountability? Government officials continue to emphasise ongoing cooperation with French authorities and the complexity of tackling organised crime networks. However, the lack of tangible progress on boat seizures and the mounting costs associated with housing and supporting illegal migrants are testing the patience of the public, increasingly delusioned with the handling of the crisis. But as the British public grapples with despair and frustration of the ever-growing numbers of migrant crossings, it seems that the recent reports detailing exodus of millionaires packing their bags and leaving the country, it seems that this is now spread to the everyday person. People have taken to social media such as TikTok to express their concerns and that they've given up hope with the UK or any kind of revival. Therefore they've packed their jobs and their lives, seeked different accommodation and properties abroad, and are ready to start a new life. These are normal everyday Britons who feel their taxpayers' money is disproportionately flowing abroad while essential services at home fail. Last month's revelation that over 182 UK resident millionaires packed their bags and left has been followed by evidence in social media suggesting that ordinary citizens are contemplating or actively pursuing emigration. Many point to what they perceive as a systematic failure to address domestic issues, as the citizens of the UK become more perceived with the perception that every taxpayer's penny is being channeled towards supporting Ukraine in its conflict with Russia, or funding agreements with France, or even funding agreements with Israel. While the government maintains these are crucial investments in global stability and national security, the public sentiment increasingly suggests a feeling of neglect at home. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Would you be prepared to pack up your own and your family's life and start a new one abroad? Or would you stay here till the very end? And if you haven't already, make sure to smash subscribe and turn on the notifications bell, as this week I will be dropping a video titled Operation Rule Britannia. We're here at Just Gone Viral. We tell you, the viewers, the subscribers, and the rest of the world of Operation Rule Britannia to stop the boats. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.